Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to Super Hood Tailgate featuring the Raider Nation Drinking Club.
Ta-da!
Hey, Mighty Thor in the building. My boy GQ Raider in the building. GQ Raider. You know what I'm saying? Sam over here chilling. Hopefully Q should be joining us pretty soon. He just got home from work and he, getting ready. He got stuff to do later, but he's gonna come on for a minute. And we just here ready to kick it like Raider folk do. You know what I'm saying? Kick it like Drinking Club do. Cheers, my brother.
Shit,
cheers.
Let me
cheers.
crack mine up, yeah. On the Michelob right now,
Trying to take it responsible early. You feel me? For sure. So we just chilling, man. The season been rough. So what do? We fall back on what we know. That's kicking it with the nation. You know what I'm saying? Nation got to stay solid, man. I've been watching a lot of these cats, man. I've been watching a lot of people talk shit about tanking, talk shit about all kind of shit. That shit ain't Raider shit to me, man. It just really ain't, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not the spirit of it in a sense. If you calling what you see, just seeing that you think maybe in terms of opinionated on whether the team or the administration has a I guess motivation to put things in the right place for us to succeed, or whether they don't. That's one aspect of it. But coming from our perspective, from the fans, from the nation, like I heard someone say, it ain't even really that we fans, we Raiders. You feel me? So coming from a real Raider perspective,
in the building,
we don't never lit a tank. You know what I mean? It's all about winning for us. We know we want to win. We want to win. You feel me?
Period.
Period. Point blank. Ain't no losing. Like, honestly, for me, when it comes to my personal philosophy, I tell motherfuckers I actually hate losing more than I like winning.
Amen.
If
brother.
you really want to keep it, thank you, love. Sorry, I reached across the camera.
Amen. Hey, real quick. Hey man, Circus right on for joining us real quick. My boy Burl in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's up, brother? And we got one special guest right here, still waiting on Q, but one of the founders of the Raider Nation Drinking Club, one of the originals.
Hey,
my brother JoJo in the building. If you don't know Joseph, if you don't know Yo-Yo, if you ain't know this fool, you ain't. I don't know if you be out there with us, because this fool get around. JoJo in the building. Yay!
Yay! What's cracking, y'all? I'm in a lift right now. My
bad. Live from the lift.
Hey.
Yeah, it was good with y'all.
Whatever work, my brother. Whatever work, my brother. You know?
Yeah.
Well, Joe, we just sitting here talking some Raider Nation shit, bro. What Raider Nation do, man?
Right. Every day.
For sure, man. You hear people talking about. I brought up the tanking and shit, and GQ just said he hates losing more than he loves winning, and I feel that for sure. Like it's so horrible, bro. We ain't losers, bro. We ain't losers. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got that mentality balanced, and if you ain't a real one with your nation people, then bounce too, man. Because we get out there, we need to win. Joe having a little issues. Hey, Joe, I hope you can hear me, bro. I know you said you in the lift right now. I don't know how far you is from the house, but you keep breaking in and out. So we finna wait for you to get posted somewhere, bro, and then come back in.
All right, yeah, I'm passing.
Good, my brother.
All right, I'll try back in with you.
All good, for sure. We'll see you. We'll see you in a little bit, for sure. Hopefully, Q will be here then too, for sure. All good, man. Joe trying to get in, man, because the nation ready to do what the nation's supposed to do, man, and that's just simply fucking be family, bro. We family. Like, this motherfucker right here, this is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like the nation bring people together like that. Like sure, we didn't grow up together, we come together under the nation, and then you find real cool cats. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And if you're a real Raider fan to me, man, you gotta have that, man. You gotta have that motherfucking one thing people always said to me as like, God damn, y'all hate every motherfucking team. Hey, we hate all them motherfuckers. You feel me?
Look, I'm glad you brought that up. So let's talk about that, guys. All y'all out there, the 5 people that's with us and whoever's gonna be with us in a minute. Let's talk about that for a minute. So talking about real Raider fans, right? So that's something that is very polarizing these days, right? Because of certain contexts, and we ain't even gonna get into who or what, but being able to tell certain individuals like you're not a real Raider fan because of X, Y, or Z, right? Like what that definition of real fans, right?
Right.
You know, that's something that's kind of like a good topic in the nation today because
it really is. Yeah.
There's different sides or different groups that feel like this group is not real fans because they feel a certain way, or they're not real fans because they feel a certain way, or even you're not a real fan because you're not from the Bay, you're not from Oakland, and you're from here, and you became a fan like this or that or the other, where you can say someone is not from Oakland, but someone that's been, let's say they from the East Coast, born and raised, but they didn't spend every dollar that they had every year, season ticket holder or flying across the country, coming to all the games. So what's make them not to be a real fan if they didn't spend their bread to come across the country to watch the team play and spend all their dough, spend all their bread, and they don't have to do that, opposed to somebody where the stadium is down the street from your house and all you got to do is drive, right? Now, I know you feel some type of possession to it because it's there, but what about them guys that's traveling? Coming to, they're not real fans because they're not from there, but they spend what they got to, to come
to get there.
to represent. Yep. You feel me? So
I mean, to represent, even on that, even them dudes that live there, that's close, but they can't go because you know what I'm saying. They live in paycheck to paycheck, and they got kids they got to take care of. You got responsibilities like that you got to take care of, but.
So are you not a real fan? Even if you lived in Oakland your whole life, but because of your situation, you couldn't make it to no games or whatever, are you not a real fan? You know what I mean? Because you come on, So this thing about real fans, man.
Right. Circus, my guy, Circus, you're still in here. I'm glad you're still here for a minute, my brother. Thank you for being here. He said, whether you hate or love the players, whether you're quite, yeah, my eyes, I got my glass on, but it's kind of dark out. Whether you're quiet or critical or criticize the team, it's all about the shield. As long as you rep the shield and want the team to succeed, you a real amen, brother. Facts, bro.
I agree with that, man.
100%, bro. I like I said, I don't want to talk down on no one, man. Senor in the building. What's happening, baby?
Senor.
Trying to get my vision right, bro, because we getting older, man. We falling apart. Like I said, I missed my first home tailgate since 03 because my back went out when I was in Florida so bad. And just getting old is a mutt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I cut my beard off. I know some of y'all might see that, but I just like, man, I gotta try something to look younger again or something, man. I got the specs on now and cut the beard off. I'm gonna let it grow back though. Sometimes you just gotta cut it off and let it grow back. But hey, man, real Raider fans is people who care about the shield, who love the shield. That's why that's so Circus exactly. That's why it's like when people talk about tanking or this, that, and the other, it bothers me.
To real Raider fans,
it bothers me. It bothers me because that's not who we are, man. We need that commitment to excellence. We need that pride and poise. We need that. We ain't finna take what you give us. We finna take what we want kind of mentality. You feel me? And so a lot of that just be funny.
You need some time for us.
What's that? Them shoes?
No, that's glasses.
Oh, them glasses. Oh man. Hey. The Lokes. I need a lot of shit, man. I need my back to get right. I need you know, part of it is
Raiders will start winning.
Part of it is the Raiders start winning, man. We be stressed out. We be tired of this shit, man. Hey,
stress does do physical shit to your body, people. So let's put that out there, man. Like the stress can affect you physically, man. You know, it's not good to be stressed, and this team is stressful as fuck. So I wouldn't doubt that, you know, from stressing out on this team and shit, you know, your body start going through shit.
It started breaking down a little bit, man. The Raiders done aged me, man. The Raiders done aged me. I know they done aged all of us. You feel me? But you got it almost got to get to the point. Like, honestly, this last one when I was in Florida and we lost to the whack ass fucking who was it again?
The Cheetahs.
The Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars. Mm-hmm. It really didn't even. Yeah, whatever. It didn't even really. At this point, I was like, I'm not gonna let them stress. Hey, like my boy was telling me, like, them motherfuckers, they don't pay your bills. They ain't paying your bills. They ain't doing nothing. Hey, the Raiders to us are the team that, to me, we come together as family. We family, us in the nation family.
But let me tell you something. If you one of them people talking about you about to have another team because the team is how they are, you feel me? Then this shit ain't for you. I don't give a fuck what you talk. I don't give a fuck if we don't win another game. If you one of them people talking about, oh well, shit, I'm about to find another. Well, I ain't about to start rooting. I'm done with these motherfuckers. Well,
for life, bro, for life, baby, for life.
You better go find you something else, big dog.
Nation or nothing, baby. Nation or nothing. Nation or nothing, man. And we down and out this year. We struggling. You know, but we all we got. You know, I mean, so I could talk about the tailgates in Oakland, and that's not, you know, in all the good times, and that's not like that's not to put people like saying, oh, I was there and then. But yeah, I was there because I lived out there.
I was there. A Econo Lounge, homie. Come on, all the OGs they know about the Econo Lounge turn-ups,
all that shit,
all the Hilton turn-ups and all that shit.
And we come out of there a lot of times so sad and so hurt, and we all we got, like grown men, like tears in their eyes when the season would end, kind of thing. And we was crap and just like, man, I ain't finna see my brother until next season, damn near. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people lived in Southern California or on the East Coast or even out in Northern California, but in like Sac, and we live in the Bay, and so we don't really got time to get to all that. I get it for you. There you go. There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers. And so part of it to me too is for us, it's like keeping it to where we stay together as a family. And hey, Dottie in the building, you know it, Raider. Dottie in the building. Yee!
Dottie.
Hey, that was in your talking crap about his brother. Hey, bro. Hey, we don't never change, bro. We don't never change. Hey, if y'all know me, the funny part is I was in a coma in 2000, right? I was hurt and I was in a coma, and a lot of because I grew up in the Bay, so a lot of my family out there Niner fans, a lot of my friends Niner fans, and a couple of my Niner homies even told me, man, when you woke up, when you was in the hospital, we was trying to tell you was a Niner fan, and you was like, fuck no. Like, I didn't really remember shit. I didn't remember who, like, a lot of my family and stuff was for a while, for a minute, for a few days. So, you know, I'm in a coma for 7 weeks. And so my brain all foggy, but I know I ain't no goddamn Niner fan. I know I ain't no nothing but a Raider fan, baby. Nothing but a Raider fan, man.
I don't forget that shit.
Hey, hey, they said the first question I asked when I woke up was who won the Super Bowl. And so that shit is actually hilarious because I think it was the Baltimore Ravens that year. And I didn't even know who they were because there was kind of a new team. And that was the year like Saragusa fell on Gannon and shit and whatever. But, you know, we just want motherfucker. We just want people to stay true. Richie Rich, my G in the building. What's up, baby? Um, hey, right on, brother. For sure, man. You know, we doing our thing slowly. We doing our thing slowly. We finna start trying to come out with some more stuff, man. Some more content, being on here a little more. I'm thinking about coming on here tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully Q can jump in here for a second. I know he got a lot of shit going on and work killing him and whatever. I know he said tomorrow afternoon might be good for him. So I might throw a tri-tip on the grill. We might just chill. He'll be in the bay. We might do a live thing, but hopefully he'll be able to get on here for a minute and stuff.
Stay tuned for the Raider Nation Cooking Club, because
you know,
hey man,
bro, this
this
what we do.
You never know what
this
happens.
This what we do, man. This what we do. And I want to also tell, we nation no matter what, man. Obviously I'm from the Bay. I'm a town dude. I love town, and I wish we were still in town. We ain't, but that ain't changing me. I mean,
I'm from San Diego.
Yes.
Born and bred, SD 619 SoCal. You know me, right. But always been a Raider, man. Silver and black forever. You feel me?
And I feel like, though, for me, part of it is coming out here trying to teach culture to a lot of these cats, man. I feel like the culture of the nation needs to stay alive. And part of it is, man, we come together as brothers and sisters and family, man. And we go out there, we go hard, man. I know out here, the tailgates, people say, oh, it's a little lacking, it's a little thin and whatever. You know what? But the cats who out there, they're trying to keep that culture alive, man. And when we out there, we doing our best to keep it alive, man. That's part of the reason the Raider Nation Drinking Club. Not just because we like to drink and have fun, but because that's what we do, man. We go out there, we break bread with our family, and we drink with our family, and we have a good time.
Turn up.
Senor in here talking about 909/510, baby,
Okay.
I know Senor originally in a SoCal cat.
Q.
And he been in the 510 for years. He out there in Hayward and shit, man. I miss it at his house. Well, our guy done finally made it. So we about to bring on another one of our brothers for show. Quiet Q in the building.
Quiet Q.
Yeah, Q's.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, GQ? What's up, Raider Nation?
What up?
Man, all is good, man.
What's up with you,
moving, man?
For sure. How was work today, my brother?
Work is work. Work gonna do what it do. So
it's over.
Exactly.
It's over. When you home.
Yes, sir.
All good.
Man, sorry to be late, man. I'm just trying to tap in with y'all for a minute, though. I got another event tonight, man. Just moving. Oh yeah, you look with no beard. That's I see you.
Well, hey. I mentioned that the first few minutes, like, man,
I was listening.
Hey, bro, sometimes you gotta switch it up a little bit, man. Sometimes you gotta switch it up a little bit. I mean, the gray was kind of getting the old. You see the specs, like we was talking about how the eyes start going, man. The back, I've always had back issues, but it's been pretty bad this last week or so. And so it's like, we getting old. So I just gotta switch it up a little bit, make me feel a little more youthful for a minute or so. I look like an old hippie biker or something. Like, I'll switch it up for a hot second.
We're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna make whatever work, man.
Hey, but let me bring Q in. So we was just elaborating on just what the conversation of being a real Raider, you know what I mean, and the dynamics of that, you know what I mean, and really what it means to be a real Raider. and then Thor was touching on like the culture, right? The culture that was there in Oakland, and how the difference of how it is here in Vegas compared to what it was in Oakland, and us having to really be able to build that culture, right? You know what I mean? Like they didn't have a culture, it didn't exist. So if we're looking for that same type of vibe, it's going to have to be something that's have to be cultivated. You know what I mean? We have to actually build it. You know, the people have to actually show up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it does start with whoever's there. So we were just touching on us and the people that be there on the grounds, you know, trying to represent, you know, for that realness, that hometown loving, you know what I mean?
It's nothing like Raider Nation, man. You know, it's well documented that Thor took me to me and Thor I went to my first game with Thor at the Colo, man. And when we came up, hit that overpass and just the canopies, the barbecue pits, man. And then to get out there and it was just family. You know, that shit was so dope to me. And then I tried to expand that with, you know, with my kids, my partners. There's nothing like Raider Nation, man. And this the move, you know, everybody feel differently about it. I heard y'all also tapping in. Just the Raider Nation is we worldwide, man. We've met people from Canada, France, I mean Australia, all over the place, man. So however you a Raider fan, you said Sweden, all over the place.
Yeah, I got a Raider Nation Sweden patch. That's why I was thinking about that.
Yeah. Right. So it's just we worldwide is global, man. And however people are Raider fans, you know, I appreciate it. With the whole Vegas thing, it's cool that, you know, hate Thor not in the Bay, but it's cool to have, you know, a real Raider dude, a real from the womb Raider fan, man, out there representing and trying to put our imprint in Vegas.
And that's one of my major things in terms of the response to people who, and probably rightfully so, are from the Bay, and they're like, you know, that's Vegas, that shit's whack, you know, it ain't Oakland. But I'm like, y'all don't realize there's motherfuckers that's from the Bay, real factors, real originals that's out here and trying to keep that shit lit. You feel me? Like these is people, you know what I mean, from the town. They out here trying to keep it lit. So yeah, you may feel like it ain't the same, but you know, it's real ones out here really trying to keep it going. You know what I mean?
Man, that's all and that's all we can do. You know, just each one teach one. You know, you got real. You know, I know Thor is diehard from ever since the day I met him. So, man, just to tap in, man. I heard you Thor talked about when he was in the car accident, and so I came to hospital while he was in a coma to come visit him. And you know, we scared to death. We don't know if this dude gonna make it or not. How this shit gonna go? And the Raiders was in the playoffs, and we got to talking Raider stuff. And his vitals kicked up. Like the machines start moving up. Like the nurse came in, and I'm like, well, you know, we got some brain activity here. I'm juiced, you know. And I'm like, is that good or bad? She was like, I'm not sure, but let's kind of tone it down. So even in the coma, man, this dude felt it, heard us, and was ready to jump out the bed. You know, so it's big. That's huge,
bro. Right. Hey, you know, I just love that we hear, man. We talk about that like I'm gonna say it's 27 years ish or something since we've been kicking it. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember like talking to you too, like, oh, you got to get out there, like, and I think the Raiders damn near had just came back. They came back maybe the year before or something. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I think
95,
that was 96 ish.
I think it was 95. So they came back in 95.
Well, no, we came. Yeah.
And
well,
we went to the game in like 96.
96. Yeah. I think when I met you, it was like it wasn't necessarily. It was like football season was just about to, or it was just ending and whatever. And then just after all the time on the side, but Q a Raider though, and oh man, bro, we got to get out there, and well, let's do it. Let's go. And we talk about all the shit like now with the tailgates and how tailgates, like even in Oakland, how we had expanded, but how we started with meat and beer, man.
Meat and beer.
Like we didn't know, we was broke. We show up at a tailgate with nothing, bro.
Nothing.
And we just, oh shit, we young too. We 22 or whatever, and we just out there, everyone out there. Oh, well, you need this, you need that, you need, and even till the end when we were like, I'm not gonna say professional tailgaters, but we was really good at our shit.
Seasoned. We was well seasoned. We had been doing it for a minute.
We was well seasoned. but we would still, there'd be times you forget shit and you just, hey, whatever, you forget something, someone here got you with it. They finna take care of you, man. So, but I
Dude,
really
up
want
until
to
that
push.
point, I was a Raider fan, but I had never even thought about going to a game, to be honest, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And once I had that experience, man, it was I was hooked, like all the way. I want to go to as many games as I can on my with my little mini budget I had at the time as a youngster, you know.
With
And I've
6
been
kids.
rocking the games ever since, man. What you say?
My bad. I said with 6 kids or something.
Yeah,
I don't
for
know how many
sure.
kids you had back then, but you had a couple.
Yeah, back then I probably had 2. I've been having kids since I was a teenager, man. So, you know, I had to grow up real quick, made me,
I know.
get up and get
That's what I
active.
was.
But trying to mix everything in, trying to mix all that in,
Right.
you know?
That's why I was saying that. That's why I don't trip on no one who, for whatever reasons, can't, like I said, you might have kids, you don't have the money to be able to do a lot of that shit. So to me, that don't mean nothing. Like you could be as real and solid as the most real solid fan there is. You just don't have the financial means to
Right.
do it. So I ain't mad at you for some shit like that. I'm mad at you when you start talking crazy shit.
Yeah, I like what y'all said
About
earlier. You know, a real Raider don't fold. We don't fold. We don't bandwagon jump, man. We ride this thing out till the wheels fall off,
till
man.
wheels fall
And
off.
hey, and the wheels that probably came off, but we still hanging on, and we trying to pull it along now. You know.
Hey, bro, we pulling that motherfucker because there ain't no wheels on it left right
we
now.
gotta take it to the motherfucking Flintstones, homie. We on that
Yeah,
shit with
straight
the
up.
feet, goddamn it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, we were last week. Just I was on the show. Well, I was watching the show, and I think Raider Nation Jaime came in and said, "We ain't tanking, we just thinking." You know what I'm saying? You know,
right. He did too.
I felt that. Like, I don't think they trying to lose him up. Nobody comes in trying to lose. You don't come in and pay big money for the free agents that they paid, and you try to tank. You
Right.
know, and regardless of the situation, as a fan, I never want to tank. I never want to
Ever
fight for draft picks. We draft horrible. So then we
Horrible.
get to so I want to win. Period.
Period.
Yeah.
Period, bro. Just that's why I don't understand when people say it. I'm like, but our motto, our team motto is just win, baby. Just
Period.
win.
Period.
Just win. So when you start saying that, we ain't talking about just tank or don't know, just win.
Never.
It's a simple statement. Just win. That's it.
And to all that don't know, we do not wear paper bags.
No,
Stop it.
we do.
If you think you're doing that, you might probably get it snatched off your head.
Please, you will get that shit snatched off your head, bro.
Yeah,
not around us. Not around us, man. I mean, you do that shit at your house, or you do whatever you do at your house. You don't come around the nation doing that shit, man. Nah, man. If you doing and we ain't around, whatever Raider fan around, you need to snatch it off your head, man.
Right.
For sure. Hey, Al's Ghost got a quick question. How much faith do you guys have in Ziegler, the GM?
I mean, for me, it hasn't been a lot to see. Only real move that he made that I didn't really care for was the Chandler Jones. I said it when he got him. You letting go of a 26-year-old who has double-digit sacks every year he's been in the NFL for a guy that's 31, 32. We all know I don't like free agents that come in and they're over 30 and you give them big money. I think it's a lot of usually it's a waste. But with the pickups he made, I was glad that he came in and locked up Crosby. He locked up some of the people that have been here. So, I mean, it's still a lot we're still watching.
We're still watching. It's still time. It's still time, and it's still early. So maybe this shit changes. And so how much faith? I just think, I think you're right. I agree. It's too early to tell. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually high on the Chandler Jones pickup, and I know you did tell me like, dude, really? But he's old and whatever, but I was really high on it because I really felt like we was trying to go for it now. Obviously, hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so at this point, it's just kind of like, fuck, we should have kept Yannick. You know,
I
because
like young and
obviously,
hungry. You know what? I like young and hungry.
yeah, we love Young and Hungry, but I just
I don't
didn't
like
think.
old and overpaid.
Right. See, I just thought I thought that was the move to try to get us with the Devontae and that I thought that was the moves to try to get us over to the promised land. You
Well,
know
what
what I'm
got me with the
saying?
Chandler Jones, I'm not gonna harp on that, but because Ziegler's done a lot more than that. But he
Well,
had
yeah,
10.5 sacks last year, but in the first game he had 5 sacks. So in the other 16 games he had 5 sacks. I mean, that's
right.
just five and a
That
half.
just
That's
yeah,
just
no,
uh,
I
yeah.
not flame over there, my brother.
But I think
Right,
so far with what he's done, I think he's been okay. We didn't have a
we
first or a second round pick this year because we got Devontae.
Right.
So you know,
so we I think this year we got hella picks, right? Omar in the building. What's up, Omar, my brother? Um,
Omar, what's up with you?
Um, for sure, man. So honestly, I feel like I think that we have a lot of picks this year, right? I believe we got hella picks this year, 13 picks or something. And I just feel like this like and also like I'm yelling fire everyone, fire every and I've been yelling that, but at some point you need stability. And I understand that. I'm heated. And in the moment you heated, sometimes you say whatever. And
This
that's a quick reaction to what's going on. But when you think about it, you need stability. You need to let this
definitely
dude get try to do something, man.
right.
But that only applies to the coach, though. That's the thing, though. That only applies really to the coach and his staff. Doesn't apply to any of the personnel because we're saying we need him to be able to establish. So that means that personnel wise, everybody is capable of being upgraded, which is what they stated in the first place.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right. So
Well, I mean, you
I'll
definitely
respond.
stability, man.
He responded with the 13 picks. Having so many picks kind of concerns me. It means we may be doing like a turn the roster over and kind of rebuild kind of situation. Well, I mean, no one wants to hear rebuild. No one wants to hear that shit. But we fucking 2-7, man. We're 2 and fucking like at some point we just bro. I was looking earlier. I got the little whatever the division like the NFL standings, bro. I'm looking, dude. We 2-7, man. And I know we've been in. I know we've been in pretty much every game except for the Saints game, and we lost 6 games. 6 of our 7 losses are by less than a touchdown, right? By one
And in
score.
most of those games, and in most of the games we lost, we had the ball at the end to tie it
We had
up
the ball at the
and take the lead.
right. So really,
I mean,
we're a
I'm
couple
not
plays
putting
away
everything
from
right. From being
Okay.
probably 7-2. I'm not putting everything on Carr on the offense. Yeah, the defense gives up points, but all I'm saying is at the end of the game, the offense has the ball with us to tie the game or take the lead. So we right
yeah,
there, we're not far off. And when you have a new regime come in and you trying to preach your message, it's easier when you're winning. When you win, it's easier to buy in. But when you losing, and people probably think, everybody's mad. We're mad. Shit. Everybody
well,
probably
yeah,
not getting the playing time they thinking.
The crazy
exactly.
part is though we won those games last year though.
Exactly.
Those, you feel
Exactly.
me? Those one score games, we actually
Exactly.
won those games last year. You
Right.
feel me? Almost on the flip side, 7-2. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly.
In that sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the disconnect is just crazy because, like we're saying, so, we're talking about not wanting a turnover of roster, but here we are with the exact same. Well, I wouldn't say exact same roster, but we pretty much have the same roster as last year, but we felt was upgraded, right? A kind of upgraded roster
Right.
in some spots, and here we are having this issue,
About not
of
being able to
being,
pull these
you
games
know,
out.
not being able to pull those games out where we were doing that last year. I know we had a couple chances that we missed last year, but
I love the picks, man. I just think that with the picks, I love young and hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I love young and hungry. In first, second year, I think you can get a team going. You know, you just to give a quick example, you kind of look at the Jets. They just had the number 2 pick in the draft. They get all these picks. You bring in a coach, fires up the defense. You got some corners. You got a couple people to stop the run. They got a bunch of young. Their team is so young with a couple mixed free agents, and I seeing that going where the picks could go. You know?
Right. No, I agree. So Al's Ghost. I guess I think I agree with what you're saying there for sure. And I think that being said, like I don't think it necessarily has to be a rebuild because we're not that far off. But that young, hungry energy, we need that young, hungry energy, bro. We need that fired up. We need them dudes that's fired up, this mad, that's ready to turn it around.
That's trying to get a big contract. We need those guys.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Looking at if I play 2 or 3 good years,
we don't
I'm
want
gonna
them
get
dudes
paid.
who got paid and come in and just be like, "Oh, I got paid."
I got paid. Now I'm eating steaks.
But the crazy thing is, every time we do this, like, and I have spoke on this, I think on the last podcast about the way we draft and the way we pick and the way we get our free agents. For some reason, it don't matter. Like every time we get who we think is supposed to be somebody, the motherfuckers that we pick, they don't come in and they don't produce, the way we expect them to. So that's something in the future, moving forward. That's obviously right. I'm not saying nothing that nobody else doesn't know. It's paramount. We need our free agents and our draft picks or whoever. We need these people to actually produce. You know what I'm saying? They have to show up. And that should be hurting, bro. That should be hurting us a lot. Is that
when your first and second round picks don't come in and don't play and don't hit, that's murder for your franchise for a couple years. Your first round and second round pick, unless the quarterback, they should come in almost and start. Especially when you're on a team that's 10-7, the 2-7, all that. They should come in and be an impact player. That's what you want. So that's what we don't know with Ziegler yet. I think he got if I'm not mistaken, a couple rookies from the draft class, although we didn't have a first or second round pick, are starting, which to me is huge. They come in and get the experience, and next year with the first and second round, when we get a first and second round, we'll see what he does with those. But as far as the GM, I mean, it should take a minute because you got to watch. You only draft and re-sign players and sign free agents, so it take a year or 2 or 3 to really see what's going on.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree with that. But oh man, Al's Ghost, man. See this statement right here. Dottie in the building. First off, she was James Jett at the casino. Yeah. Hey, and I remember a few players that I used to see at the card clubs, at the casinos every night, and it's like, yeah. But I digress. Sorry, I just saw that, and but. So Al's Ghost says if we let go of DC, it's a full-blown rebuild. No, I don't believe that. I really don't. I just don't. I mean, you look at these young quarterbacks that get you like to me, the quarterback position is not the one we need to worry about right at that. I mean, I think we need to build all around it. Because to me, Derek Carr. And I don't want to go off on the Derek Carr stuff too much, but to me, he's nothing but at best, what's it called?
Game manager,
a game managing journeyman kind of quarterback that you can put in like as a placeholder. So you can get that. I was talking to Serge, our homeboy Serge today, saying like, well, what if we would have signed Jimmy G to a contract for like 10 million, and then instead of that other 35 million that we're paying Derek Carr, we played Christian McCaffrey to go with Josh Jacobs, or we paid a monster corner or a monster D tackle or something. So if to me all he's doing is being a game manager, you're paying him way too much to do that. Like, so sure, Omar says to improve the line, both lines, sure. Do all that shit.
We owe DC 45 million if we keep him.
If we keep him, but if you don't, you got 45 million.
45 million on DC
to pay all that, get all that other shit.
It would be great to use that 45 million to build the defense. That would be excellent. And get an O-line.
Right. And so keeping DC out is, to me, not the road to success, not to get off on the DC thing, but because the money situation isn't really allowing you to build the rest. Like, it's too much money there. That's all I'm saying at this point. Like,
I mean, but we also a lot of money under the cap, man. I mean, you know, I'm not
a capologist.
Do I think Carr's overpaid? I do, but for a regular starting, almost Pro Bowl quarterback, I mean, I'm sorry, people, but 30-40 million is like the going rate. I mean, it's just, and if we would have got Jimmy G and let go of Carr, Jimmy G wouldn't have came here for 10-12 million. He stayed in Frisco to be a backup for 10-12 million.
Okay, so how about if Derek Carr loves the team and wants the team to succeed and he wants to be a Raider for life, how about he say, look, guys, I'm getting paid too much. Motherfucking, you don't need 45 million to live all right.
This contract was much more team friendly than his last contract was when they let Mac go. Correct. Although I think we still should have signed Mac, but this contract is much more team friendly.
Correct, but that's when he mentioned in the comments, they mentioned that he's taking a team friendly deal. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to get any more friendlier than this. So he's getting his 31. He's getting his 31 million this year, and then if we keep him, he's going to get 45 million for like the next 2 or 3 years, I believe.
Yeah.
On his deal.
I think they have an out after every year over the next couple of years.
Well, they for sure have an out if they cut him after
this year.
This year,
I think it'll be this year. I think it's 5 million. I think it's just 5 million in dead cap money.
Okay. Again,
and then next year, I think it gets lower and it gets lower.
So look, we went off on the DC. Went off on the DC tangent real quick, but if we're talking about DC, Rich Gannon was talking. You heard what Rich Gannon was talking about?
I heard a piece of it.
Basically, Rich Gannon is saying winners win. Winners win. So at some point, and Al, I hear you. Houses in Cali are expensive as fuck, but that's the market. That's the going rate. All the going rate, I know that shit. I understand that shit. But to me, if you're not, you cannot say he's performing.
Let me say this, because I got to get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, real quick.
To what Gannon said, winners win. Like I prefaced my comments I said earlier in the show when I first got on. Every game except for the Saints game, at the end of the game, we've had the ball with the chance to tie it or win it.
Right.
We have 2 wins.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's all on Carr.
No.
I'm just saying you got a chance to win, and we don't.
Right. For sure. So
you said Gannon didn't win? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think Gannon got us to the Super Bowl. Like, he didn't win the Super Bowl.
I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
we won playoff games, going 12-4. I mean, come on. He didn't win the big one, but we're not even getting to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We got playoff action. Dude. Come on, man. No, he doesn't have a ring, but Derek Carr hasn't come close to having a ring. Come on, man.
Derek Carr doesn't even have
but check this out. Check this out, Q. Let me connect the dots too. So Gannon saying what he said, right? He said what he said about performance. Did or did not Devontae Adams echo that same sentiment about, look, I know people want to just blame the coaches, but at a certain point, the players just got to execute. And that came out of Devontae Adams' mouth. At a certain point, the players on the field have to execute. It's execution. Period. We have to execute. Mm-hmm.
We've had a chance to win every single game. We could easily be 8-1. But here we are, 2-7.
Easily,
I mean, even
easily.
like Omar said, the defense last year.
Be in the building. What's
The defense
happening?
last
What's
year.
happening, baby? What's happening? Yee
Hey,
yee.
the defense last year was 26. The defense this year is 27th. But we 2-7. You know, I mean, we got so much money spent on offense, man. I just want them to. I just want them to get it together.
Right. For sure. And so the again, the defensive argument. This what I was saying when I was
we
fucking
ain't
with
won a
Soul.
Super Bowl since '83, man. Come on, man.
Bro.
Gannon and Derek Carr are not comparable to me.
We got a quarter of $1 billion. A quarter of $1 billion on 2 offensive players, though. And so if the NFL average is like 24 points a game, what you got a quarter of $1 billion on 2 players, and we ain't even talking about anyone else. We ain't talking about we talking about 2 players. You got a quarter of it. So all your money on offense, and you ain't even down there fucking with. You supposed to be scoring 30 points a game to me. And if you were scoring 30 points a game, that defense would not even be a factor in the conversation. Because then we'd be talking about
even in 2016 when the defense wasn't great, but we had a closer on defense though. You know, Mac was a closer. It was a lot of games he ended games with sacks.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it's
okay. So look. So then let me ask you this, and this is gonna get too deep in it, but taking that same sentiment. Taking that same sentiment, we had a closer, right? So when people try to give the offense, I'll say, glory for a lot of the situations that we were in, but ultimately in a lot of those games, if we had not been for the defensive closer that we had, who was a defensive player of the year in
all pro
in
different
positions at the same time, you know what I mean?
Right.
Would we still have had that same success? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think we'd have won 12 games, no.
But you know, that's a conversation for another day. But I'm just saying, like, so when we're talking about someone or the offense being led as the finishing or closing or game winning or fourth quarter comebacking and all that type of stuff in recent history, because I guess we just dwell on what had happened. We haven't seen any of that fourth quarter, end of game, clutch closing, last minute quarter, you know, gunslinging, game winning, last minute, fourth quarter comeback and winning. I haven't seen it. So, you know.
And it's been there. We've had opportunities. We've had all the opportunities.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel you, GQ.
But anyways, blessings to you, man.
I'm gonna tap out of here with y'all on that one, man.
And your endeavors, man.
Cool, man. Be safe out there tonight, bro.
If we do something tomorrow, man, I'm off tomorrow, so I can tap in with you tomorrow if we do something.
If you want to do something tomorrow afternoon, I'm down, bro. I mean, you know, we can just talk shit, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
I told GQ I might throw a tri-tip on the grill over here. We'll be cooking. We'll eat it for you.
For sure. It's all good. All right, y'all. I'll tap in. All right, Raider Nation.
All right, my brother. All right, bro. Late.
The interesting thing though, Al, when I hear that term, football is the ultimate team sport. That's said, but then the defense to the quarterback is, well, he has done this, right? He is the winningest comeback fourth quarter comeback. He got 5,000 yards, 4,000 in the last 3. He has a 60-something. He has this. So in these situations where it's him, is he doing that alone or is it the team? But then when we're talking about the criticism of the losses, it's like, well, no, it's not him, it's the team. But if it's the wins, it's look what he did. He came back. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have. But so if it's a team sport, then where is the accolades for the defense that made the stop to give him the ball for him to get the score? And when in most cases he doesn't, right? Just like in turnovers, you'll say that we don't get a lot of turnovers, but in the 7 turnovers that we got, how many points do we actually score off of those turnovers? How many times do we take advantage and do we score touchdowns? You know what I mean? Compared to settling for field goals, if we can get a field goals. How many other quarterbacks has never made it across the midfield? I'm just, that baffled me.
Hey, what I'll say. But I'm also don't know away from calling him out. He's definitely been, hey, Al, and I'm a DC supporter too. I am a DC supporter. I know I don't sound like it, but I'm a Raider supporter first and foremost, and so he's definitely been playing subpar this year. I'm a DC supporter because he's our quarterback, bro. Because if he's the one under center, I want him to be great. And I've said 100 times, I feel like DC can be great. And he was on a pace to be great, and then he got hurt, and that just changed everything, man. I talked about earlier about when I got hurt. And when you get hurt, it changes you. It changes you. There's a mental, like the mind is so powerful. I'm a philosopher in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a philosopher. I have a degree in philosophy. Not saying that that's special, but I just know that the mind is so different. And when something that dramatic happens to you in life, it changes you, and it changed him. And to me, once you get changed on something like that, it's you're not coming back, especially in a game like football, where your life expectancy in football is so short. Like we look at Tom Brady, and fuck Tom Brady because we Raider fans, and we finna keep it real Raider out here. Fuck that shit. Fuck Tom Brady. Fuck that motherfucker for real. But dude, the longevity factor for him is like incredible compared to most, right? So most people only have such a short time, but once Derek Carr got hurt, it cut his longevity as a football player short. And I feel bad for him in that, but because I want the Raiders to win, I feel like I need them to move on and move out. Damn, my eyebrows is off the hook, bro. I just saw him with his motherfucker. Hey, we drinking and chilling, man. Hey, senor, man, we ain't grilling and chilling right now, but I might be grilling and chilling tomorrow, baby, for sure.
Hey, you right out, but check this out though. The crazy thing is we're not just a quarterback away. That's 1,000%. You know what I mean? That's 1,000%. There's definitely other issues for sure that we can address, but every other issue has been addressed throughout this whole process and throughout Carr's tenure. And even if you say that we've been a subpar team in the past 2 decades, right? In the past 20 years, we've been a subpar team. But in those 20 years, 10 of those years, almost a decade of those years, has been Carr's tenure alone.
So
by itself.
So let me say this to you, Al, and because honestly, I got so much love for you for being here and just talking real shit, because it ain't no kind of anything but just Raider fans talking and agree to disagree and all that shit. When you said earlier, you were talking about something, you were like, but I'm a Raider fan, so this is the life I chose. Well, Derek Carr, to be a quarterback, to be the leader of a team, that's the life he chose. So you take on that responsibility. You take on that. If you are going to take that on, well, now it's on you to be a winner or not. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Al, thank you, my brother. Hey, right back at you, bro. Right back at you, man. Let us know next time if you can get out to Vegas and kick it, bro, because we'd love to drink with you, smoke with you, whatever you do. If you don't drink, you don't smoke. That's cool. Come over and just kick it, and we'll just talk Raider shit, man. Barbecue, chill. I mean, hopefully you eat meat because I cook up a lot of meat. But if you don't, we'll do vegetables for you or something.
I just am one of the belief that Carr is, and just to end my stance on him, he is who he is. You know what I mean? And so the things that we want him to be, and oh man, if he could just start seeing people on time and throwing balls accurately and, throwing them and leading receivers and not over and under throwing and not being frozen in the pocket and not, being able to not escape the pocket and, all that type of stuff, fumbling. Yeah. But it's been 9 years, right? And when he was younger and doing all these things, we accepted it because he was still, progressing. He was still looking good. He was a little more mobile. I'll give him that, before the injury, but he was still making these same mistakes and still doing the same stuff. But we're like, hey, that's okay. He's young. He's going to grow. He's going to learn. He's going to get out of that. But here we are, year 9, and he's still doing those same things. He's still having those same, mechanical issues or psychological issues, if you want to say that, of being able to have like a fast reaction, being able to anticipate. He's not a very good anticipatory thrower. Just like Devontae said, man, Devontae Adams in the presser, he said, look, I haven't been getting a lot of targets because they've been doubling me. And if because you feel like the defense is doubling me, that I'm not open and you're not going to give me the ball, then I must not going to get no balls thrown to me. And if that's the case, why did you bring me here? You feel me? Right. I'm Devontae Adams. Like, of course they're going to double team me. So if you're not going to be able to take the chance to be able to throw some of these throws and be able to anticipate things, you know what I mean? Then what are we doing here? You feel me? Like,
for sure. Right. Hey, that's hella funny. I was gonna say I'll bring DC. Hey, bro, if you can come through and you can bring him through, bro. Cause I got love for DC, bro. I'll give him a hug and be like, bro, I got love for you, man. I want you to be great, bro. But honestly, we hurting right now. But I come through and kick it. But that I digress. Whatever. And Dottie said DC should watch the show. Hey, for real, man. Hey, and whatever, we talk crap about DC, man, but it's not like that.
I'm not. It's not like that.
It's not. Yeah, we just
if people view it as talking crap, but I'm not talking crap, man. I used to play quarterback. I never played in the NFL. I can tell you that. I played college, but I'm just talking about things that I see. And if you look at what his scouting report was, coming out of college, things that he could improve upon, things that we saw when he was young. I'm just saying. He's still performing, still doing some of those same things, man. And I just wanted some progression to be more of a take charge type of leader. And I understand people say, oh, well, he has to run this because the coach said that, right? And I understand it's the playbook, it's the game plan, but I would expect more of a stand-up-ish, senior leader, quarterback, 9-year veteran, like I know what I'm doing, not just like, yeah, I'm going to accept what the coach says, even though if I see on the field that it's not the right thing to do or it's not the right move or I know something better, I'm not going to try to take advantage of anything because the coach said to do it like this and that's it. And if I don't do it, I'm going to get in trouble. And, I just got to, and
right. Basically, what you're saying to me and saying that is saying he needs to be more of a Raider. Like
just,
like he need to be more take charge and look, this one I'm out here. And he should have that because he has 9 years in the league. And I've heard coaches say that he can do that. But we haven't seen him do it. But I just want to get
okay.
At this point,
it's just about winning. So not even about him, not about Carr, ultimately about winning. So let's just say that we do move on from Carr. Let's just speak hypothetically about this, right? The benefit of that, and I know we're not talking about the benefits, but the benefit of that, again, is the money saved and what we would be able to do. We would be able to build on the defense. We would be able to, allocate resources to be able to patch some of these holes and shore up positions that we would need, right?
Right.
I honestly, and it's like, you may feel this talking crap, but not talking crap. If we got a young quarterback that came in, right, and all that he did was threw 23 touchdowns and had 17 interceptions in the year, right? What difference would that be,
right,
from what we currently have?
Your other positions are more solid. Your defense is more stolen up. All that,
what I mean?
Right. So,
but that's to say he does that, right? That's to say he does that because obviously he would have Devontae Adams and he would still have Waller and he would still have, the team. Like, I mean, I understand
Right. So right. DC, Al agrees on that, and not leader on general on the field, and he's more of a soldier, right? And you know, to me, some of that is, and not to disrespect religion or some of that like good Christian, like I'm doing what they told me I need to do, kind of thing, and that's just kind of who he is as a person, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I honestly feel like DC should go lead the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that not trying to be disrespectful, but that might make him happier. That might be a better kind of thing for him in life. And Alex Go said, but if we spend dollars on a bunch of Chandlers, fuck no. And I'm gonna just say what you really wanted to say. Fuck no. So yeah, agree. So that's part of bring that back to kind of what Q said. Q said we need young and hungry. Like so like we and that goes to with that. If you bring in a young quarterback like who might do 23, you said 23 touchdowns, 17 picks, what difference does that make compared to what Derek Carr is doing? That might get us a few more touchdowns. But I'm just saying that you have young, hungry players. So if you bring in a lot of young, hungry players on defense, on offensive line, so that dude might be able to progress. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just give us a shot with something different. Like I'm not afraid to change. I'm not afraid to change.
I want to see it. I definitely. I would
it
love
can't
to
get
see.
worse, bro.
I would
It can't
love
get
to
worse.
see DC go to a different team and prove us wrong,
Mhm.
right? And it could just be like you said, a different change of scenery, the systems or whatever the case may be. But it can't be system, like because again, we talk about systems and we talk about change of systems, but there's there's a lot of people that change teams that have changed teams last year to this year and are in a brand new system and are still able to have success in a brand new system with a new coach and a new playbook and a new team and trying to get used to people and all that type of stuff and still being able to have success. So, again, as a 9-year vet, I would think that as you would been in the game for a while, adapting to new things, I think would come more readily to you than it would be a younger player, you know what I mean, adapting to new things. But obviously that's always still the case with us, right? We have to adapt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Amen. So, I don't know. I'm having a good time chilling, but what's that? What he said? What did Al say? Oops, took it off. Let me see. We need a core of veteran players in the team to teach the younger players how to pros in the city of sin. Hey, you know what?
I agree.
Yeah, sure. We need a good core veteran players for sure. But you're gonna have a few good core veteran players, man. Hey, the wind is picking up like a motherfucker out here, man. We drinking, we chilling. We've been on for about an hour. A couple of the homies done showed up. We probably finna cut out of here in a minute. I know Q said he down tomorrow afternoon. I'm down to do something tomorrow afternoon. So Al, my brother, we'll probably be on here tomorrow afternoon too, and Dottie and Senor,
we appreciate you, man.
And whoever's in here, man. We really do. We really appreciate you, and we'll just talk some more shit tomorrow and do Raider shit, man. To me, I'm just doing Raider shit. So again, Al, man, I know you was a season ticket holder in Oakland like me, man. And so whenever you get out here to Vegas, bro, hit me up, bro. You can always come over here and kick it with us, bro. Shit, if you around, man, we might do a show with you on here. It's good to have different. It's good to have different perspectives and points of views and all that. When it all comes down to it, we just want to win, man. We just want to be great. We just want to win. We want things to change, but we're gonna always keep ourselves solid. We're gonna always keep doing what we do and stay solid. All I know is I got me. I can control what I do. I can't control what GQ do. I can't control what my wife do. I can't control what Derek Carr do. I can't control what Devontae or Josh Jacobs or anybody do. You know what I'm saying? I can control me. And I know I'm going to stay solid as a Raider fan. I mean, I'm gonna stay solid doing what I do. I'm gonna stay solid as a dude. I'm gonna do my thing solidly, and I hope we all do the same with that. But I think we're about to get out of here because the wind's starting to kick up again, man. My hands are starting to get a little frozen and shit and everything, man. And we love y'all, and definitely come check us out tomorrow afternoon. Whenever we decide what time we're gonna do it, I'll put it up. I'll be throwing it out on IG and Facebook, and definitely come fuck with us tomorrow, man.
Raider Nation,
and we accept all, man. We accept all. Whatever your views are, we stay respectful, and everyone stays respectful, and we just sit here and have good conversations. And tell your folks, man. Tell your peoples, man. Come fuck with these dudes, man. Real Raider fans, man.
Link up, drink up.
Drink up. Hey, cheers, man. If you drinking, man, if you drinking out there, here, cheers, my brother. Cheers, man. Now it might be time to go get some shots, you know. Love y'all, man. Stay strong. I'm drinking on a little delirium right here, man. Hey. It's a gangster ass beer right here, man. It's a gangster beer right here, bro. These motherfucking 10%ers and this shit don't be playing, bro. So come fuck with us tomorrow afternoon if you ain't doing nothing. And we love y'all for being here, man.
Man.
GQ, man. Raider Nation all day, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we out of here, baby. Raiders all day, baby. Stay solid, stay strong.
Nation or nothing.
Nation or nothing, man. We love y'all, man.
I love you, wife.
Yee!